I pull up and then search for Translate app, and then I open it. As you can see, I already have it as detect language and to translate it to English, but the conversation button won't work because you need to actually choose the language that you want to translate it to. So I'm going to choose detect language, and I will download the Spanish language. Now that I've chosen the Spanish language, I'm able to choose conversation. Hola, ¿cómo yo puedo ir para Disney Springs?
Hello, how can I go to Disney Springs?
At this point, we are just in the walkie-talkie feature where you need to press either English or Spanish in order for it to translate to the other language. But in order to have a conversation, you'll need to press the microphone in the middle, which is the auto conversation button. You are already in Disney Springs.
Ya estás en Disney Springs.
Gracias. ¿Cómo puedo encontrar?
Thanks, how can I find?
I hesitated and it translated before I was done. Gracias. ¿Dónde puedo encontrar el helado?
Thanks, where can I find the ice cream?
You need to go further down towards the left, and then you'll see it on the right.
Abajo.
You'll see it on your left.
I do the truth.
What? No. You'll see it on your left.
Pero lo verá a su izquierda.
You saw I made a mistake there, but the good thing is that I'm able to see what it thinks I said in English and able to correct it. Thank you for the information. I'm gonna go there.
Gracias por la información. Voy a ir allí.
Oops, I messed up the roleplay. Ah. Oh wait, I confused myself.
Oh, espera, me confundo.
Okay, let me stop. Transcribe feature. Time to try the transcribe part. So, ¿estoy supuesto a hablar en español en esta parte? Oh, ok, yo entiendo ahora lo que estás pasando. Yo hablo y esto lo está traduciendo en inglés, pero solamente escrito. Now I'm going to change the language from English to Spanish. Okay, so like I was saying before, this is good. This is a good feature if I'm talking to someone in a different language, but they can't speak. And so that way, they'll be able to... What I meant to say is that this feature is supposed to be used with the Google Pixel Buds, so that you can listen to your surroundings and see what people are saying in their language, and then it be translated to yours and you can read it. But another way that this feature would be useful is if you're talking to someone in a different language, but they are hearing impaired, and that way they can read what you've said in their language. I do, however, wish that we can toggle between languages easier by pressing the arrow button in the middle. Translating text. While trying to figure out this feature, I found two ways of using it. The first way we'll learn is called Tap to Translate. In the top left-hand corner, you'll click on the hamburger menu, tap Settings, and then tap to Translate. Toggle on the Enable button. Make sure the preferred language is English and that the language to translate mode often is Detect Language. When you leave the Translate app, there will be a floating Translate button off to the side. I go over to my Messages app, where I'll have a conversation in Spanish with my sister Maria. The Tap to Translate app detects the first word in Spanish, which says hola, and I'm going to reply to it by choosing the new translation button. I simply reply back, "Hi, how are you?" I tap on the copy button, and at the bottom it prompts me to paste to enter. I bring up my keyboard and I see that my Gboard already has it copied into the clipboard, and I paste it and then I hit enter. I get a reply from my sister and then I tap on the translate button, but it's not translating what she had sent me. Because I know it's just saying the same thing that I said, ¿Cómo estás? I'm gonna go ahead and just respond to her question, and I'm gonna say, I am well, and you? Then I'll copy that translation. I'll bring up my keyboard and then paste it and send it to my sister. This is where I get a little bit worried because it's not translating the other person's language to me. So when my sister replies to me this time, I'm going to use the second method, which is called Live Translate. You activate this by first having the Gboard keyboard app installed, which I already do right now, and then I tap on the translate button. And then it's gonna have me choose English to Spanish because it's detecting that I'm talking to somebody in Spanish. So I reply back in Spanish. It's gonna put it right in my keyboard input, and then I'm gonna send that off to my sister. Since this is the first time that I'm using this, it is downloading the Spanish language in the background as I wait for her to reply back to me. Once it's done, it's gonna show me everything in English. I'll get rid of the tap to translate icon because I no longer need it. My sister replies back to me in Spanish, and then Google automatically changes it to English. I use the translate button again and reply back in Spanish, but again, it's showing it to me in English. My sister replies to me in Spanish, and this is where we get into a bit of a snag with the translation. So what she initially wrote was, "Estás embarazada," which means that Maria, the person that she's gossiping about to me, is pregnant. And now I'm confused because it translates to me telling me that I'm pregnant. So I reply back asking, me? But Google translates it to M-E question mark to her instead of yo as what it's supposed to say. It's supposed to say yo as in me, yo in Spanish. This is turning into a silly mess now. But anyways, my sister replies clarifying that Maria's the one that's pregnant, and I send my congratulations, and the conversation is done. We're just not going to talk about the bow wow in the front because that's not what I wrote. Anyways, Google, what is you doing? Okay. This is how the conversation looks like normally when it's not translated. But remember, if you want it to be translated, first you need to have Gboard installed, and then it will automatically see that you're having a conversation in a different language, and it will try to translate it in English for you, and then you can use the Gboard to reply back to the person in the language that they're speaking to you in. Subscribe for more Pixel tips.